Oh. All right, new split alert. Now, it is not going to be the 2-a-day split that I originally told you guys that I thought I was going to go with, simply because, you know, just in the current season of my life that I'm in, this is not cope, by the way. I would genuinely have to train my second training session at like 10 o'clock at night, and my first training session comes at 6 o'clock in the morning. The second training session would be probably like an hour, including the cardio session, probably an hour and a half. And then me personally, after I finish a training session, I ride like an adrenaline high and like a euphoric high for like a solid 4 hours after that training session's over. So I probably wouldn't sleep at all, already on top of more than what I already do. So as a result, I'm gonna slightly change the split that I'm currently running, which the split that I'm currently running is back and rear delts, chest and shoulders, arms, legs, lat focused back day with no rear delts, and then chest and shoulders again, and then arms, and repeat that 7-day. But now I'm gonna switch it to, so the main difference with this new split is that I'm taking out the dedicated arm day, just because for me personally, I don't really enjoy a dedicated arm day. Contrary to what most people think, most people love arm day. I don't really like it. I'm just gonna incorporate them into my bigger compound muscle groups. I like it at face value. I'm gonna do it for about a week, 2 weeks, see how I like it. And if I decide on continuously moving forward with this split, I might change it a bit along the way, you know, in terms of the exercises, the sets, the reps, you know. But as of right now, I'm just sticking with as many warm-up sets as I need, and then just going into one all-out set of failure, including, you know, partial reps, assisted reps if I can, drop sets, literally you name it. I'm gonna incorporate it into that all-out set to failure. And every single compound movement is gonna be supersetted with a isolation movement on the back end of the exercise. Because what I like to do is, since I still want to train for strength as well, I want my compound movement to be first, so I can actually focus on the strength and focus on the power output. And then that always is gonna be followed up with an isolation movement to not only take the muscle itself to complete failure, but also to get the pump, because the isolation exercises are realistically where the pump comes from, and the compound movements just help you build that strength and help you build that, you know, dense muscle mass long term. So that's what this split's currently looking like. Let me know what split you guys are running down in the comments, so I can, you know, kind of compare and contrast, and, you know, maybe give you some tips on what you can change. But realistically, personally, I will almost never give advice to somebody on a particular exercise to use. And my reasoning behind it, as I segue into this next point, is the reason behind it is because every individual is different, right? I could feel an absolutely insane contraction, pump, everything from a barbell row, for example. I know some people, a lot of people, quite frankly, that they feel absolutely no back stimulation whatsoever from a barbell row. They feel it all in their hamstrings, their glutes, their lower back, their traps. And yeah, you could argue that it might come down to a form issue, but I've corrected these individuals' forms on multiple occasions, and I've gotten their form to a point where they essentially look like a carbon copy of how I do it. And, you know, they just don't get the same stimulus, because every individual is different. Everybody's arms are different lengths, everybody's legs are different lengths, everybody's torso is different lengths, and all these different factors, based on all of our each individual unique, you know, makeups essentially, lead into us feeling different movements different ways. So I'm not gonna say that, oh, you have to do barbell row because barbell row is a universal move, back building move. Like, no. If you feel a much better stretch, a much better contraction, and you get a much better pump as a result of doing, I don't know, let's say seated cable rows with a specific attachment, and that hits your mid back and your rhomboids and all those, then by all means do it. Don't do an exercise just because someone else says that they like it and that they think that you should do it, because they're saying that from a perspective of, oh, this is what works best for me, so let me tell you that. And it's not coming from a bad place, it's just coming from a, I guess, ignorance standpoint, a lack of information standpoint, that they don't understand that every individual is different. So when it comes to every single muscle group, every single exercise that you do, the number one thing that I will tell each and every single person that I work with, or any person that I help when it comes to working out and training, is that go into the gym if you're just starting out, or even if you're an advanced lifter and you're getting stale of the exercises that you're doing and you're not feeling them the same way that you used to. Go into the gym on whatever muscle group day it is and genuinely try every single exercise. Do like just one set of every single exercise that hits that muscle group, and then walk out of the gym. And when you walk out of the gym, or even while you're in the gym, take notes on which ones work the best for you, which ones you feel the best stretch, the best contraction, you get the best pump from, and feel the best for you. Because not only are only doing the exercises that work best for you, not only is that going to help you be more consistent in the long run going to the gym, because you actually enjoy the exercises that you're doing. Because I think we've all been there to the point where, you have a program laid out for you and somebody else made it for you, and you get to that point in the workout where it's like, man, I really don't want to fucking do this exercise. I don't enjoy it. I don't like it. And they either half-ass it or they just don't do it at all. I would honestly argue just don't do it at all, personally, because you should find out what exercises work best for your own unique body and then just stick with those. For me, close grip pullovers on a cable, on a high cable, give me the best lat stretch and contraction that I personally have ever had. That's just me. Sorry, my phone overheated. But the premise of that rant, where I was going with that, is there's no one way to do anything. When it comes to training, when it comes to nutrition, when it comes to whatever business model you might be going into, there's no one size fit all system. Yeah, there's systems that work for a lot of different people, but your goal and your mission is to find out which one of those works for you. If you have to make up your own, do it. If you have to try 100 different ones in order to figure it out, find out which one works best for you, then just do it. No one cares that you have to go through 97 different training programs in order to find the one that you want. I'm still looking for the best one, in my opinion. And I've been training for 10 years. I've gone through every type of split, every type of style of training. I've done powerlifting, I've done power building, I've done straight bodybuilding, I've done CrossFit, I've done body weight only, I've done literally you name it, every split, every style I've tried. And even still, I'm still looking for more. I'm still looking for that one that just checks every box in my mind. And even when it does, I'm still going to be looking for more. Because like I said, one, all you have to do is find it once. All you have to do is find the answer once, what works for you once, and you can just stick with it. Or you can be a bit crazy like me, and you can always try and find those incremental 1% improvements here, there, and every crack and corner and crevice you can find in order to get the most out of whatever you're doing. Because like I mentioned, and like I've told you guys before, I hate training. I don't enjoy training at all. But I want to craft it in a way where my split, my style of training, my intensity of my training, my nutrition is so good that I can maximize it as much as humanly possible so that I can get the most out of it. Because I don't enjoy doing it, so I might as well find a way to get the most out of it when I do it every single day. You understand? So, the lesson behind all of this is no matter what you're doing in your life, find out what works best for you by just trying shit. And you'll come along the way at some point and you'll find that one. It may take you 5 tries, 10 tries, 20 tries, 100 tries, but eventually you will find that one that works, that one system that works, that one diet plan that works, that one training plan that works, that one business model that you love. And once you find it, you can just take it and run with it. And then along the way, you can change up the intricacies and the nuances of it. But as a base model, all you have to do is just find out what works once. And once you find out what works once, stick with it, do not give up, and continue to persevere until you get what you want.